Okay, so what is up, ladies and gentlemen? General Hitler here. So let's talk about YandereDev. Okay, I have no script for this kind of talk, but here's my 2 cents of the issue or something like that. So, what do I think about YandereDev? Generally, what I think about him is that he's just not good. Okay, like in terms of being a person, no, he's not good. Even as a developer, I think he isn't good. I mean, like considering that this game has been around for like almost to a decade and a half, or probably I'm wrong about that numbers, but you get the idea. So quite basically, what I'm going to say here is that you know regarding the issue about YandereDev being a pedophile or something like that. At first, and and I am pretty much ashamed to say this kind of thing, but at first I really wanted to defend him. It's like what I said. I'm ashamed to admit this kind of thing, but hear me out. Here's the thing. I've tried considering that because the internet might be, you already know, internet could be a place where misinformation spreads, made up stuff spawns out of nowhere and whatsoever the fuck not shit. But here's the thing: when I did a little search regarding the issue, I just did I just changed my mind about YandereDev. I just concluded right after doing some research and stuff like that hey, he really is a terrible person. Like for instance, and I think you guys are already knowledgeable about this or already know about this kind of thing. Do you remember that YandereDev made a video specifically apologizing about him being a pedo and stuff like that, and him admitting that stuff like that happened? What baffled me there, I mean, not what baffled me there, what made me try to consider him there that he might be right is that, to hear out his side. But then when I tried hearing him out, it's just, it did not refute the things that we were expecting him to refute or something like that. So and then he proceeded to blame the victim of that situation, which is the one that he groomed, the minor. It's at that point, and then also adding the fact that he deleted that video on his channel, it just made me doubt him even more, which is, I think, the correct way for me. I mean, the right thing for me to do, rather. So at that point, I just doubted him. Like, bro, why would you do that? If what you're saying was this or that, why would you even blame the victim for that? And what's worse is that the victim is trying to defend him. I mean, like, I'm not a psychologist or an expert in psychology or anything, but here's the thing about victims of being groomed or manipulation in general. People tend to defend people that abuse them or manipulate them, or toxic people that, in general, that are at least close to them or have a significance. That is at least in my experience, though, because here's the thing: I tried defending. He was actually no. They are actually a teacher in my school, and I know them, and they know me as well. So I tried defending them, even though they were absolutely garbage towards my classmates. And all of my classmates were just absolutely complaining about this specific teacher. I tried defending them, but then when I got out of it, I just realized how crappy I was at not not it was absolute. I mean, what I mean to say is that it was not, I just wasn't aware that he was this kind of person or something like that, because he was somebody. I mean, they were somebody that's close to me. So yeah. So from personal experience, people that get manipulated or probably just groomed in general or whatever tend to defend their abusers or something like that. But I'm not saying that I was abused, okay? I'm just saying that I did something similar, like that. Exactly. So yeah, so that's what made that situation even worse. What's even funnier is that the victim of this situation, this pedophile situation, there's actually two, allegedly, but this is just one of them, though. Okay, so this one victim here, she was defending YandereDev because she doesn't want to get sued or go to jail. I mean, like, if that is your defense, it's just absolutely way too suspicious, because if they're truly not guilty, you should have at least just said that, hey, this isn't what he did, this isn't what he said, blah 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 whatsoever. But if you added that, I mean, if that's what you said, it's just utterly suspicious, because, and it is a really big red flag, and stuff like that, because what that thing implies is that YandereDev might have threatened you to sue you and stuff like that. So yeah, and also there are this screenshots and stuff where YandereDev talks to that minor and stuff like that. So yeah, that's why I think YandereDev is generally just a pedophile and then a bad person in general. And of course, regarding Yandere Simulator, by the way, this is just a video of me playing Yandere Simulator, an unlisted video, it's a screen recording or some shit like that. Regarding the game itself, well, I don't necessarily hate it, even though there is a lot of criticism towards it. But if you're going to say that, hey, we should stop playing this game or some shit like that, I'm just genuinely waiting for this game to get finished. But then at the same time, I just don't really fucking care at this point, because I think it might not even be finished. This is like the one piece of game development. It's just very long. I think it might even have the new Guinness World Record for being the longest game ever developed. But I'm not hating on One Piece or whatever, okay? I'm just saying that it's been in development for so long. So with regards to the game itself, aside from the development, this game has a special place in my childhood, so which is why I'm quite biased towards the game, and I still like playing the game and stuff like that. And also, I would like to say sorry in advance that I'm cluttering and stuff, because this is unscripted, totally unscripted. I have no notes, know nothing. I'm just saying anything that comes into my mind, and whatever is on my mind and what I know about this topic and whatsoever the fuck not shit. So yeah. So regarding the game again, this has something special towards my childhood. I mean, like I watched my backstory quite basically for this game is I watched PewDiePie back then, and I watched PewDiePie a lot. I think it was 2017 or 2018, but it was between those time and so on. 2017 and forwards. So around those time, I discovered PewDiePie playing this game, an older version of Yandere Simulator. So it got me interested into the game, but at first I was pretty much disturbed by some of the mechanics of the game, especially the murders and stuff like that. The panty shots made me feel really fucking uncomfortable at the time, although I enjoyed watching Pewds do a lot of this stuff in the game, which is one of the reasons why I also wanted to play the game, to try it out myself back in 2017 or 2018 or so. So this is what got me hooked up to the game. However, I was disappointed to figure out that it was still in development though. Like, it's absolutely funny to consider because it's almost a decade and a half that this game is still in development. So yeah, that's the reason why I got invested into this game. It's because of PewDiePie. However, I do not blame PewDiePie for me liking this game and stuff like that. Or wait, what the heck did I just say? What I mean to say is that PewDiePie is not to be blamed here for how bad the game is. I mean, like, PewDiePie and other YouTubers made this game popular. However, just like what anybody says, that popularity is just not deserved because of how shitty YandereDev is. And to me, YandereDev acts like one of those acts like those greedy AAA game developers that just milks a lot of content out of this game, especially the game's development. I mean, like, wouldn't it be much better for him to finish the game, even though if it's like not completely incomplete? I mean, if it's not complete, with the features and stuff like that, but at the very least the story will be finished, just like how Me-Side is. I mean, like, take for example, YandereDev finished the 1980s mode. I mean, like, that's what everybody has been pointing out against him. Like, if he could finish 1980s mode, that means he could also finish the actual game. But why doesn't he do that? I don't know. But one thing that we do know is that he is a piece of shit. And it's something that I would agree with. But it is also something that I initially would not have agreed with. But since due to the allegations, due to the evidence presented against him, and so on and so forth, I of course would agree to that those types of statement at this point. And once again, I am so sorry for cluttering and mumbling and fumbling some of my words and stuff like that, because I'm saying these things on the spot and without a script at all. I mean, like, I'm too lazy for a script. And wait a second. My freaking ceiling fan is just malfunctioning a bit. So yeah, I'm quite basically saying this almost on the spot and stuff like that. Holy shit, wait a minute. Let me try and work this one out. So yeah, I think those are most of the things that I have to say about YandereDev. So in conclusion, and I would like to end the video here. So in conclusion, I think YandereDev is in general a shitty person and very creepy as well. And also I think he is, and as the evidence suggests, a pedophile. However, as regards to the game, since I am biased towards it because, you know, this is a part of my childhood, I still like playing the game, and I think that the game is good. Although I have a lot to say about that, as to why I think it is good, but I think it's just very hard to defend that. But you know, it is my childhood, and I'm sure most of you who are watching this video, it is a part of your childhood as well. And what's this? I think those are most of the things that I have to say. So to reiterate my conclusion, YandereDev is a shitty person. This game is not finished yet. Yandere is a pedophile due to the given evidence, and I think, due to my own bias, the game is good because, you know, it's a part of my childhood and stuff like that. So I think that is the end of the video. So yeah, I just want you guys to let that know, you know. I just want you guys to know what I think of the situation. Yeah, stuff like that. But you know, this thing has already been discussed by like several, well, probably not several, but a lot of people, though. Like even Penguin Zero or Moist Critical discussed this on his main channel. Like, yeah, stuff like that. And then I forgot who that one girl was who exposed YandereDev of this stuff like this regarding the pedophile allegation and stuff like that, you know. And yeah, so that's it. I'm gonna end the video.